And welcome back to Atreyu News. More from Red State Watcher. Teacher encouraged people to report illegal immigrants, and the unthinkable happens. What, they round up all the illegals? No. A Prosser Elementary School teacher was placed on leave Friday after the school district said she posted a Facebook message that could be considered hostile or offensive on the basis of national origin. The post generated a number of emails, phone calls, and visits from concerned citizens and parents that the school district described as angry and concerning. Due to possible safety and security concerns, as well as a concern for disruption of the school environment, this teacher had been placed on administrative leave pending investigation of this incident by the district. The Prosser School District said in news release issued late Friday afternoon. The release did not identify the teacher, but said she taught at Keeney Riverview Elementary School. A Facebook post attributed to Prosser teacher voiced support for boycotting Thursday's A Day Without Immigrants protest and provided information on how to contact the U.S. Immigration Customs and Enforcement Agency to report illegal aliens. So, another person getting prosecuted for getting others to follow the law and for promoting the idea of following the law. I would like to know who these parents are and just talk to them for about 5 minutes. Something tells me that they got as much intellect as my big toe, and my big toe does not have a brain. So put that one together. Disgusting. A Swede explains why Trump is 100% right. Donald Trump gave a speech in Florida and remarked, "Look at what happened last night in Sweden," which was met by immediate mockery. The Embassy of Sweden in the U.S. even tweeted Trump saying they look forward to informing him on Swedish immigration and integration policy. Don't bother, I'll do a better job examining that disaster than you ever could. Please share this video and make a fool out of the fake news media.
Hi everyone, I'm a Swedish citizen. I live in Sweden. I'm originally from Bosnia, but I came here as a refugee when I was a child. So I can speak Swedish, and I can read the news, and I can read statistics and research and articles, and I can keep updated on what happens in Sweden. And so yesterday, Donald Trump said something about Sweden.
We've got to keep our country safe. You look at what's happening in Germany. You look at what's happening last night in Sweden. Sweden. Who would believe this? Sweden. They took in large numbers. They're having problems like they never thought possible. You look at what's happening in Brussels. You look at what's happening all over the world. Take a look at Nice.
So what really happened last night in Sweden? Nothing much. We have the whole Melody Festival thing, which is kind of a disaster. I mean, for your ears, it's really bad music, but it's not really a political disaster. So nothing special happened last night in Sweden. However, for the past year or so, we've basically been importing rape. Donald Trump is not wrong about Sweden. This huge influx of migrants has been causing quite some problems. Sex crimes have increased severely. Bathhouses and music festivals, I mean, the reports for sex crimes on those have gone up by a lot. And in 80% of sex crime cases pertaining to bathhouses, this is the official police report, 80% of the perpetrators were newly arrived migrants. I mean, we're talking about grown migrants being put in the same schools as 13-year-old girls. The results are always the same. There's molestations, there's rape attempts, there's sexual harassment. It's crazy. What's happening in Sweden is nothing short of crazy. The psych ward has been shitty for years, but it's even worse now. If you call them and ask for a shrink, you have to wait 6 months. Or maybe you just won't get one at all. If you ask for conversation therapy or cognitive behavior therapy, you're likely to just get denied. I mean, they're gonna tell you that, oh, you don't need that, but the real reason is the lack of resources. The state health department actually came out and said that hospitals, psych wards, and the dental care cannot operate properly due to the huge amount of migrants putting a pressure on the systems.
Well, there you have it. I've been studying this phenomenon since the early 2000s. I'd say 2003, 2004 is when I started studying the epidemic, and there was even problems before the migration crisis arose. So back in like 2010, before the Syrian so-called migrant crisis even had existed, they had problems with Muslim migrants causing problems. But now it's getting to the point where I'm not sure it can be turned around. There's probably only a couple different routes that you could get it turned around, but I'm not going to discuss that at this time. Socialist diet just became a real thing in Venezuela. You know, the model that Bernie Sanders and other socialists like the idea of? Yeah, this is what it breeds. Venezuela doesn't build a damn thing anymore. Fox News is reporting citizens in the socialist country Venezuela are suffering badly. Food scarcity has caused the average population to shed 19 pounds. I hate to say it, but judging on how America looks, I mean, they could use a little bit of the weight loss. In a new sign that Venezuela's financial crisis is morphing dangerously into a humanitarian one, a new nationwide survey shows that in the past year, nearly 75% of the population lost an average of 19 pounds for lack of food. They are literally starving to death. The extreme poor said they dropped even more weight than that. 2016 Living Conditions Survey conducted among 6,500 families also found that as many as 32.5% eat only once or twice a day. The figure was 11.3 just a year ago. Just a year ago. See, it's collapsing before our very eyes. In all, 82% of the nation's households live in poverty, the study found. Venezuela suffers shortages of the most basic goods, from food to medicine, and triple-digit inflation, and nearly 80% currently collapsed in last year. Well, congratulations, Venezuela. I'm sure you are going to have a civil war.